In the book of Exodus, Moses and the Israelites are tried by a series of plagues. Plagues that would reposition their faith and their walk with God for the rest of their lives. The world today would seem no different to the climate encountered back in Egypt. However, there is a message of good hope, a message that needs to be heard, and a message that has been preserved through time for a time such as this. So God, in a bid to save the children of Israel, sent several plagues upon the kingdom of Pharaoh, the kingdom wherein the children of Israel were in captivity. So is God about to make a bad situation worse? Nature is not biased as we know it. It never is. So when it rains upon the righteous and obedient, it rains too upon the sinner. All the plagues encountered were in the face of the Israelites, but the text tells us that none of them affected the children of God nor their possessions. The lesson to be learned here is that your whole life is a series of defining moments. Moments in series of plagues presented to not you alone, but the world at large. Some may feel more personal at any given time, but be sure that someone before you has encountered whatever you're facing, and someone after you will encounter it too. The defining moment is your positioning through it all. Make no mistake, facing different plagues of poor economic performance, education disruption, such times of uncertainty may lead your heart to be as that of Joshua. Joshua encountered the angel Michael at Jericho and asked the question you and I would in such times: are you for us or for our adversaries? However, such a time is not for you to be seeking validation from God to get with you. It's rather a time for you to get with God. The Israelites got with God and survived all of the plagues. They were witnesses to them as slaves, but all famine and destruction was imposed to the kingdom of Pharaoh. Child of God, it doesn't matter who your adversary is or what plague is in your face right now. What matters is your positioning through every encounter. Lifting your faith to the promises of God will prove to be instrumental, because moments later, not only did the Israelites survive all the plagues, but they crossed the Red Sea, and the kingdom of Pharaoh as we knew it got destroyed. David said in Psalm 91, 7 and 8, 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. Recently I spoke with a friend of mine, and she said to me, most of my life I've had people making decisions for me. If it isn't that, then I'd be committing to things without self-consultation. She said, I'm always caught up in one thing or the other, and I've never been sure about anything. My response was, take time to yourself. At the end of the day, you know the cost of not being firm on your decisions. So be sure to position yourself right, because it does reflect on your faith or lack thereof. What a shame it would be to come to the end of a trying season and nothing about you has changed. You know how you know nothing about you has changed? That's if you believe you made it out of that trying season all by your own doing. So reposition yourself, because whether you're the Israelite or Moses whom God is using to free the Israelites, people are looking at you, and you should be able to lead at an appointed time and submit to leadership in the other. Amen. Thanks for watching and making it to the end of this video. I'd just like to remind you that we can only push you to the last step, but you have to make the jump. See you in the next video.